Well, I don't think that's pretty close.
So your second bid. You know?
I know.
All ships at sea. This is your captain speaking. Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be the test ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, table alarm, and the atomic Ladies and gentlemen, the Gulf of Mexico as their backdrop, broadcasting live from the Margaritaville Resort on Fort Myers Beach. Here are the hosts of the dinkiest podcast in America, Tim and Ed Ryan.
Thank you all so much. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Go ahead.
What you have number 2 plugged into number 3, just so you know. All right.
Welcome to Margaritaville, everybody.
It is so great to see all of you out here in this amazing venue. I mean, what about this place? It's awesome.
I have to tell you, I'm totally exhausted trying to get this place open. I don't know about you guys. I've been working my ass off trying to make sure this place opened on time.
Oh, you really 2 minutes in and you already said a curse word.
So what we wanted to do before we invited our guests on is tell you a little bit about, about why we're here at Margaritaville and why we're so appreciative that we're here at Margaritaville. I don't know if you remember, but about 14 months ago, there was a little storm that came through the island, and it wiped out pretty much everything in Times Square and a lot of other things. You all know about the story. And we were actually doing our show at Pete's Time Out for almost 5 years at the time. And Pete's Time Out is obviously not there anymore. And so we still wanted to continue to do the show and bring the information out. And we moved the show from one end of the bridge, we were doing it, the other end of the bridge, we were doing it, and we did it behind Nervous Nellies one time when they were, when Karen Woodson came on, and we were just doing it from different places Saturday morning because we wanted to be consistent. And Tom came up to me, Tom Torgerson, who's going to be on the show, came up and said, listen, when Margaritaville opens, you have a home. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's going to be a nice place to do a show. And so we, that was, I don't know,
Yeah.
almost a year ago.
Yeah.
And so then along the way, as we were doing the show from
Well,
here and
not to
there,
mention that you've always been and will always be a diehard
right, Jimmy Buffett
JWB
fan,
fan.
yeah,
So this is really
It
for
was
you
really cool.
the realization of a dream.
yeah. Oh, come on,
Yeah,
now,
no,
please.
it's true. I don't want
You
you
make
to
me-
cry. I don't. Somebody
You make
get some tissues, please.
You make me
but-
sound so shallow. I mean,
No, you know.
so along the way, as we were going, Peter, Ennis,
Mhm.
and Billy, and Nick, they said, "Why don't you come and do the show Wahoo Willie's?" And so we did the show Wahoo Willie's, and it really grew there. Because one of the things that we were always challenged with at Pete's was you really couldn't. It wasn't a. They only had 4 tables on the inside, and our show sucked back then, so it wasn't like anybody was coming to watch the show. Not that it's any better now, but so that's why we're here. And we're moving the Sunday show to Wahoo Willie's from Monday, the Mondays with the mayor. So the mayor will be live on Sundays at 11 o'clock. And I just want to say thank you to Wahoo Willie's.
Yep.
And feel free to visit them, and spend some money over there. They were really great to us, and the relationship is fine. It's not like Margaritaville will open and we said, hey, we'll see you later. It was not an easy thing to do to go up, but at the beginning I told them that once Margaritaville opens, we're getting over there. So wanted to make sure you guys
still
all
got
knew
an
that.
invite.
Right. So, by the way, if you don't know, one last thing before we invite our guests up, $10 a ticket. We're giving away another bag of goodies, which includes a night stay here, the cookbook, 2 of these nice Margaritaville tumblers, and a cheap beach towel from Beach Talk Radio, which probably doesn't even belong in that bag. And it's $10. You can buy the tickets at our tent, and all the money that we raise is going to be given to the Women's Club right after the show.
And I got to say, you guys are really generous, and you bought a lot of tickets, and that's going to be an amazing thing for them.
Jennifer is watching somewhere, and she says, Kim's hair is on point today, as always. So, yeah, the star of the show is Kim's hair.
We were talking about that earlier, and I was like, it doesn't feel all that humid. But then I went into the bathroom, and I was like, whoa, that's not what it looks like when I left the house. So if anyone has any recommendations of anti-humidity products,
Oh, please, come
hit
on.
me up with
Be
that.
professional. We're doing a show here. We've got to talk about hair.
Or I could do that.
So you can buy the tickets right up
Did you
until.
ask me to be professional? Because that is funny.
No, we're going to do the drawing for the bag at about 10:15 or 10:30, and then the cruise. If you win the bag, your ticket's going back in, so don't worry about it. You can win the cruise, and we're going to do that at the end of the show. Anybody that's wearing any of our gear, don't run away after the show. This is going to be a big picture. This picture is going to be bigger than Wisconsin. That's for dang sure. So, all right, let's invite our guests up. We're so honored to have the folks that run this place and put it together. Tom Torgerson, Mary Torgerson, David Cesario, and Robert Kisbeth. Come on down. Oh my God, look at Tom. He dressed up in our gear. Crazy. Mary, we're gonna have to do a little microphone sharing. So where's the first thing that we're supposed to do? What'd you do with it? Yeah, we're doing that first. Yeah.
Can you reach back up?
Yeah, I can't. Can I get a little help here from one of our Steve? Can you grab this for me so we can give this to Tom?
I had nothing to thank
All right.
you.
So here's what we're gonna do first. We have a little gift for Tom to open up right now. Go ahead, Tom and Mary, open that up.
There's a lot of tape on it. Beach Talk Bourbon.
What'd you say?
Beach Talk Bourbon.
All right, I believe we have somebody that's going to bring out some champagne glasses. There's supposed to be 4 champagne glasses that are coming out. Can you hear it okay? Can everybody hear us okay out there? Thank you. No. Well, you guys are sitting sideways. Get out in the sun with everybody else. Tom's going to open it up, and we're going to get some champagne glasses. Everybody get your drink ready. We're going to do a toast.
Don't aim it. Yeah. Because your liability comes back.
All right. Somebody know anybody at the bar? Anybody work here that they know at the bar? And we are going to announce a new room rate for everybody that Deanne told us that we're going to share. Okay, pop it open, Mary. Whatever, cups, champagne glasses, whatever you got. Yeah! All right, everybody. Come on, Sue. Come right in front. Come right in front. There we go.
Thank you.
Everybody get your glass ready, get your drink ready. Go ahead, pour it around. Everybody that's watching on Facebook, please get your drink ready. I'm not drinking champagne. Gives me a headache. That's not cheap champagne, by the way. I went to a liquor store and I said to the lady, give me the most expensive bottle of champagne. No, not that one. That Don Perignon thing was $300. I said, no way, Jose. Very nice. All right. Oh, I'll use the tumbler glass. Thank you very much. Look at David. You're on top of this.
And you want that whole
Why am I going to hold it? Oh, this is going to be for David. All right. We're sorry we're slowing down the show, everybody, but I promise you we have good questions. Does anybody have anywhere else to go? Are we holding it back or anything? Or are you good here? All right. Hold it. I'm not. Hold this. Hold that one. Take the champagne glass. All right, everybody. To 10 years of working on this project, 5 years of a great friendship, and hopefully 50 years of success. Welcome to Margaritaville. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Very nice. All righty. Well, I guess the first question I want to ask is for Tom.
It's not bad.
Thank you. It was $80 if anybody cares. I think it's flavored. Ooh. You're all good to go. All the microphones are good. So, Tom, how do you feel, man? How do things feel about being open finally after almost a decade?
You know, I feel like we turned around a big train. Development, construction, and we're starting and have started to get into the operations side of things. We've turned that corner. It feels really, really great. This team that David and Robert have put together here is nothing short of magnificent. You know, the comments that I've been hearing here this last week from the people who come in and help support the trial and the training of the employees through different meal events and stayovers and such. I hear two things. I hear, wow, how did you hire such friendly employees? And I said, I can't take credit for that. But the friendliness and the reach outs that for service is number one. And the other thing that I hear is the culinary depth, the experiences in the different restaurant outlets. It's just been nothing short of magnificent. JWB's, which, David, I think that opens Monday, does it? The 11th Monday. JWB's, we got to do some of the trial runs in there this last week, and I would challenge the culinary experience in there with anything in Southwest Florida, including Collier County, Lee County, Naples. Just really, really great experience. So I feel relieved, Ed. We're going the right direction. We've got a lot more to go. We got the next 6 weeks. We have our Fins Up Beach Club. It's the major feature of this grand resort, and you'll see that come together here over the next 6 weeks. I think January 23rd we'll open up there to the public and to the hotel guests. So that's the next big milestone. I see by January 23rd we're going to be 100% open and razor sharp operationally, and really appreciate all the support during this time frame as we are opening the venues to help us train. The employees are getting their rhythm. We need the people to come out here and help support that cause. So thank you.
One of the things I want to share with you is that we also wanted to have John and Tracy Dammerman up with us too. John's a big part of TPI, and they had to travel back home for a family situation, and hopefully they're watching on Facebook, but we'll get them on our future show. And so, David, I want you guys to.
Well, let me just.
Can
I jump in here?
Jump in. It's your show, for crying out loud. You're just going to sit there the whole time and not say anything.
Well, you know, it's hard to get a word in edgewise with you and sit next to you because your head gets so big sometimes. But I know. Lean that way, Tom. I had the.
was a home run. And I was talking to somebody because we've been out. we've been out before, and sometimes, yeah, together. And you go to a restaurant and you order, and it's a nice restaurant, and you get your meal, and you're like, wait a minute, it's like 3 ounces of something. The servings over there were well. You get plenty of food to eat. It was cooked perfectly. It was plated exquisitely, and we just had a phenomenal time. So I can and license to chill as well. We had breakfast there, but yeah, you will not leave hungry, and you will not leave unimpressed. It was fantastic.
And that was a very nice commercial you just.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was totally unprompted, and yeah.
So, David, I wanted to ask you. You come from Marriott. You worked at the Marriott in Orlando.
We're not going to talk about the elevator, are we?
No, I love that elevator over there. Did we get stuck in that elevator? Oh, we did?
No.
I don't remember
It
that.
just goes really, really fast.
Yeah. So, when have you ever worked at a resort where it's open to the public? Like the public can just wander in and be part of everything that's going on. It's crazy.
Never. That's a good answer to that.
You want me to give you a bell for
it's
that?
hard
Is that what you want?
to, when the day is winding down and I'm getting ready to go home, I do a walk around that usually takes about an hour and a half. And because I'm stopping to talk to everybody around the fire pits, walking around the walkways, seeing the hotel for the first time. Been a lot of really nice moments. And they're all shocked at how open it is.
And they're already having great moments sitting by the fire pits, watching the sunset go down. So I have never seen anything like it before.
Go ahead, dear.
Are you going to put me on there? I just want to, for you guys, and, I mean, you guys have been in this community how long?
Well, I've been here since 1991, about 6 months a year. And then we got a little tired of the winters and looking out on frozen water that you could walk on. And we made the decision to move down here full time in 2014.
And at what point did you kind of start to envision this whole beautiful project?
Well, I like to walk.
About 3 weeks later or 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks later.
I at that time I was walking. Now I ride bicycle. But at that time I would walk in the mornings. I'd walk about 7 miles up and down the beach, and I'd look at this area of the island, just this particular area called Helmrich Plaza, in the other side of the road. I'm like, I just didn't understand it. It's like it really needs some kind of
sprucing up.
Yeah, a little sprucing up, and I just investigated and learned that Hurricane Charlie in 2004 bounced in and out of the shoreline here before it went up over Costa Caya and up Charlotte Harbor and Punta Gorda. And Charlie was as strong a storm as Ian, but tiny in diameter. It was more of a tornado than a hurricane. And it just really impacted this exact area of Estero Island. And it never really recovered. This area never really recovered from that point. And there's a number of developers that tried to redevelop it, I learned. And it was also, they just didn't get it done. A couple went broke. Some of the property got foreclosed on. The county purchased Crescent Beach Park in 2010. That's what allowed Crescent Beach Family Park to occur. The county purchased that from a bank in foreclosure in 2010. And then they bought the Seafarers property as well, which helps them to do this interchange project that probably will take place in the next year. But I'm making really long stories here.
That's
I apologize, but there is kind of a little funny part here that John Damerman likes to tell the story on, and I probably won't do as good a job as he does, but we were on a trip together, Mary and I and Tracy and John, and along with some of our other joint venture partners and some of our other projects up in Minnesota. And we were down in Anguilla, and we're at the dinner table, and we're talking about what's going on, and we're sharing our experiences with assembling this property down here in Fort Myers Beach, which was an assemblage of 6 properties, 6 parcels. And John would tell them that, Tom goes on these walks, he comes back and he calls me, he says, we should really buy that property. They want to sell it. We should buy this property. So next thing you know, we got it under contract. Then he goes walking again, and here's this other property right contiguous with it, and we got to put that under contract. Yeah, John goes, "You really think so, Tom?" I said, "Yeah, we have to." And it goes on and on like that, and then we finally get to this side of the road, this side of Bayside, I call it, of Estero Boulevard, and there's this 3.15 acres here called Helmrich Plaza, and I'm like, we have to have that. We have to. How are we going to park all these people? We have to have it. And John's starting to look at me like I got three eyes in my head. He's like, isn't there a point where we stop? And I said, no, we got to buy Helmrich Plaza. Okay. So he told this story at the dinner table, and one of our JV partners happens to also be his and my and TPI's primary banker. And he and his two brothers own this bank. So three brothers own this bank. So he had a call the next morning with his partners, his brothers, and he was telling his brothers his story. And Perry pipes up. He says, Jesus, Phil, tell Tom to get a treadmill.
Wow, that was a really long story for a punchline like that. Wow. So
John
nice.
John sounds like the parent that just can't say no. I mean, my goodness. And I think that's the first time I ever met you is walking on the beach. I think we were like, we'd say hello on Saturday. And then when you came on the show, I'm like, wait a minute. I've seen this guy just meandering on the beach. So
now, Tom, how did you find Robert? What's the connection? You brought Robert on, the CEO, and explain how COO. Sorry,
right?
Well,
COO.
Robert, was it about 2 days before COVID? I interviewed him at the JW Marriott at Mall of America, and we had narrowed down candidates to two individuals. And actually, the other individual that I interviewed first was brought to me and promoted as probably the lead candidate and probably the one that we would be selecting. And so I went through interview one and okay, yeah, I feel good about that. And then I went through interview two with Robert, and I came out of that and I said, it's the number two guy. It ain't the number one guy.
Nice.
And fortunately, that was a great decision.
Yeah.
Just a great decision. I don't know if you want to add any more to that.
I didn't.
I guess it was a Robert question.
No, I think it was a you question. No, you answered it well. No, the CEO at the time, Bill Upshaw, and I had worked together in California, and Bill would call me every time he had a board meeting. He said, "Are you happy where you are?" And I was in Dallas at the time. And I said, "Yeah, I'm happy." So I came. I was in Minnesota. I don't even think I've told Tom this story. And I'm taking off on this Delta flight. Minnesota was beautiful, the lakes, and I said I could live here. I landed the plane and I had a voicemail from Bill Upshaw that said, "Can you be here next week to interview with Tom?" And that's how it started. So,
well, welcome aboard. We appreciate you being here very much. And Mary, by the way, I'm sure you all know this. Mary is a big part of the women's club, and yeah. There's so much going on at the women's club. The tree festival is this weekend. I don't know if anyone noticed. There's a few things that went on this week, like the beach school opening and a little resort opening, and then the tree festival. So much going on. It's so nice to see Fort Myers Beach bouncing back so quickly, and everything. When we used to leave the show and head back to Gateway after the show, the line was so long, and then for the longest time you didn't see a line, and now you see a line again, and you're like, thank God there's a line. All these people have money. So it is nice to see the traffic, at least when I'm driving away from it anyway. So, Mary, what's it been like for you to go through all this and watch Tom go through all this?
That's a loaded question.
I know. Keep it clean, Mary. Keep it clean.
It was a journey. That's the nicest thing I can say. It really. I mean, we've met a lot of wonderful people, but we've met a lot of horrible people as well. So it's been a journey. I'll keep mine short.
So Tom, 9 years. I mean, there were so many. I'm trying to keep it positive. But there were so many speed bumps along the way where you wonder if other developers would have said, "Holy, I got to cut my losses here and move on." And there's just, it was one thing after another. People getting in the way, COVID getting in the way, hurricanes getting in the way. I mean, after a while, are you in so deep where you can't get out, or are you just like, I'm never giving this up? It's going to happen.
Well, John and I, a number of times when we had the opportunity, so I don't know how many years ago that was, but probably in the 4 years ago range, we spent a lot of time together. Our wives and John and I are best of friends. We travel together. We're partners. We spend a lot of time together, and our families are integrated with each other. We're just very tight knit, the four of us. But we would often dollar amounts like maybe people think. We bit off really more than we ever should have here. It's very unusual for two individuals to privately take something like this on and fund it entirely without public money or investors. It's terribly unusual in that regard. Why do we do it? I don't know. We so believe in this island and in this market that we're just highly motivated. John and Tracy live here too. They're full-time residents of Florida, and their home is only 10 minutes off island over on the river. It's just, I think it was just, we rooted here and we were committed to the area.
David, what are the highlights that you think people are going to enjoy, or that you want people to enjoy, or what do you? I mean, you've been working your tail off for the longest time now, and what are the highlights? I know it's hard to say that when everything is, but start listing them off.
To me, sunset, as sunset on the Sunset Terrace happens in the fire pits, music, it is impactful when you come outside and see that. So that kind of made it all the work, at least for the team that I introduced the other day and thanked.
Makes it worth it to see everybody up there and having a great time. Yeah, we had we did our first sunset celebration, a sunset ceremony last night, and so they bring over there that we have a ceremonial drum, and the team that does it we had a percussionist come in and practice with them on how to do it. So you have our recreation attendants that have been getting tutored on how to play that drum. And then there was a nice voiceover, and they gave some quotes from Jimmy Buffett. And it was there was people that were, getting emotional, crying during the ceremony. If you haven't seen it, last night was the first night, but I think it's really going to be something special. We picture families coming up to take pictures. A lot of people are videoing it, and we're going to hand out drums and stuff. We picture kids there participating, having a nice time, having a nice moment. But that really made it worth it. All the work to see the customers enjoying it and to see the public coming in to enjoy it was great.
Go ahead.
What are some of the other amenities? Because there's a lot of stuff going on here. So what are some of the other things that people can look forward to when they book a room here?
The first thing is the retail store, I want to say, was surprisingly busy. We've been doing very good sales in the retail store. So most of the people that came for the ribbon cutting, they spent a lot of money on retail. I think they wanted something to remember that day by.
Mm-hmm.
And the spa has been very busy. Has anybody enjoyed the spa yet? We have a fan here. So that has been really well received. But people keep asking me, is this open to the public? Is this open to the public? It's like, is this open to the public? Like, yes. I was asked, I did several interviews on the news, and that was the question. It's like, yes, this is open to everybody. Even when Fins Up Beach Club opens up, we're selling day passes to Fins Up Beach Club. So it's been really, really nice. Coconut Telegraph has been a really nice thing, a surprise to people.
And that's the coffee shop
Yep.
up the
And
steps here.
we partnered with Chocolate's Coffee. And so that's our local partnership happening right there. And that's been really nice for people to see. And we're going to start serving probably in about a week or two our boozy milkshakes that we're looking forward to serve. We have a couple of things to straighten out in there. Yes.
Does anybody notice that David is the only one not sweating? I mean, other than me, because I positioned the studio
Ed,
perfectly in the
Ed, how does it
shade.
feel over there in the shade? So there's a story there too. So next week we're going to be over about 8 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put on some sunblock.
Yeah. So I forgot my question. No, the question.
No, the amenities you were asking me about. So I
Yeah.
think there's
There's a
the other
lot to
piece
mention.
is the live music. It is when the live music stops, right? The vibe changes. So, Tom's like, hey, we need to have Tom has made it a priority to have live music. And I'm not from Fort Myers Beach, but I see why that is so important, Tom. And it just, the whole vibe changes. It's just warmer. It's funner.
Yeah.
So that's, it's an important part of what we do. And I can see why now.
So,
and so that the pool, when is the pool going to open?
So the date is January 23rd.
Okay.
That we have selected. It looks, now that the resort's open, I would say we're focused on that now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're right now in the phase where we have a lot of operational things that we need to work out.
Mm-hmm.
The music, the televisions, the cleanliness, the rotation, all the hours of operations, all those things. So be patient with us. We're learning, but Tom talked about service. Most of our associates are from here.
Yeah.
So they're very, very happy and very, very proud to be part of this. But our eyes are on the prize because we think Fins Up Beach Club is the most amazing amenity on the property.
Because it's right on the beach, it's right on the pool. It's going to be.
Yep. It's going to be
And again,
the live
people
sound
can come
stages right
off
there.
the beach. They can come off the beach. It's open. Is Fins Up where people can come and get a drink?
So if you are staying in the hotel, you get access to Fins Up Beach Club. And if you buy a day pass, you get access to Fins Up Beach Club. And that's where 5 o'clock somewhere is.
Fins Up Beach Club, it really always from the get-go was going to be the center highlight of this resort. And it will be. This is, David has mentioned, I think the Sunset Terrace has exceeded our expectations. But nonetheless, still, Fins Up Beach Club is going to be the focus of the resort. And I think here with all of you that'll be around here the next 6 weeks, driving along Estero Boulevard, you'll see that the Legos kind of snap into place here, the finishing touches. You've seen the more underground and grade level work going on. But when you see the finishing touches snap into place over there, day in and day out, it's really going to change. You're going to see how spectacular that space is. And I don't know if I can call it a one of a kind, but I can't come up with anything along this coast. I can't that has or will compare with this. We call it a beach club. It started out in our minds and TPI's minds as a beach club, but in one of our earlier aquatics planning sessions with the aquatics engineers, they came forward with an initial concept. And I go, that's a water park. And that's not where we want to go. Yes, there are water parks on the beach and in Florida, but we want to be a beach club. And I said, first of all, get that island out of the middle of the pool, get that lazy river out of the pool, get this stage, injected out into the pool, get these cabanas lined up that have a view across the whole premise there of the pool, and then have la-di-da facing and looking out at the pool. And it's designed to be a party every afternoon, a big party, live entertainment party, bubbler machines, It's just a massive party out there. Our occupancy inside the club
It's a party table right there. Look at them; they're ready to go.
The occupancy is 1,000 people, and that doesn't count the beach. But it's going to be a miraculous area.
Nice. So one of the things that I hopefully you all took advantage of was the 159 rate. Is anybody here on the 159 rate? Very nice. Thank you very much. We helped them sell that out in 22 hours. So, by the way, what do you guys think of all these yellow shirts? I mean, I know it's ugly, but that's what we're all about is the yellow shirts. So the other thing is I know there's a new rate that you guys want to talk about that you wanted to introduce to the folks here. So go right ahead. Let everybody know what it is, David.
So we have, and it's called Escape. So if you the code you type in is Escape. So it's starting rates as of now to the end of January at $189. So it excludes New Year's Eve and there's a couple of dates that it excludes because we already had a lot of rooms sold for New Year's Eve, but it's a very, very affordable rate. And we want to get people into the resort so they can experience it. And I think there was a lot of trepidation about having really, really high rates. We want people to come in and enjoy the resort. And I think that says that with $189 rate at this time of year.
And I just want to ask, I think I know the answer to this because they always say, don't ask a question you don't know the answer to. But the resort fee is included in that room rate. Yes or no?
No, the $189 rate is, we're not charging a resort fee yet.
Right.
So when Fins Up Beach Club is opened is when we're going to start to charge a resort fee. So probably after January 23rd is when you'll pay that $30, which includes a whole bunch of things in the resort that we're not able to do right now because Fins Up Beach Club isn't open.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if you go out and stay places, $30 is a pretty reasonable resort fee compared to what you're going to get if you look around. So,
well, let me say, so if you buy a room, let's say you buy a room, a queen room, you get 4 wristbands for Fins Up Beach Club. And that is included in that resort fee for $30. We sell those wristbands for, say, $40 to the public. So it's included in the room rate. So right there, it would have cost you $160 for those wristbands.
Yeah. A couple of quick things before we ask more questions. If you just arrived or you arrived when the show started, we're selling raffle tickets for $10. We have one more prize bag to give away with a cookbook and 2 of these tumblers and a beach towel. If you win the package, your ticket goes back in, and the last prize we're going to give away is for a cruise for 2 on the Margaritaville at sea. So it's only $10, and the money is going to be given to Mary at the end of the show to go directly to the women's club. Just come up to.
Yeah, we're not giving it to her. She's taking it to the women's club.
Yeah, so come up to the tent here and buy a raffle ticket for $10 or 2 raffle tickets. There's no limit on it, but we want you to buy the raffle tickets so that we can help donate money to the women's club. It's all for a great cause. So one of the things, Tom, that I noticed when you gave me one of 10 tours from when it was just concrete is the detail. Like somebody came up to me today and said something about the faucets, like the faucets.
Oh yeah, the tails.
The tails on the faucets. Or you were giving me a tour so fast one time that I went by a picture and I was like, wait, Tom, you got to slow down. We got to see the pictures on the wall because they're local pictures. I mean, so you really, you didn't skimp on things. You didn't just put a cookie cutter place together here.
Yeah, and the parrots that are in the bed, the comforters.
Yeah.
That it's subtle, but you see it and you're like, yep, that's super cute. Super cute.
Yeah, it was really about 5 of us that not individuals, but 5 groups, TPI being one, Margaritaville being another, but of 3 different additional design groups that put this, I call it the sizzle on the steak, that did incorporate all that detail that you're referencing, Ed. And it really warms the place up. I had a gentleman this morning, and I was very flattered. He just said, Tom, this exceeds Atlantis in NASA. And I said, well, that's a heck of a compliment. I said, I don't know if I can accept that, but there is so much detail, and there's actually a lot more sizzle yet to go on. And really, another reason why we're doing this introductory rate through January 31st is to keep training, helping train our employees. So we really appreciate all of you being here at these discounted rates and through the 31st of January. And understanding that it's a work in process. Our employees are working on getting their rhythm. We're really only day 2 of really dealing with some serious business right now. And so it's just some understanding. Some
patience.
I've
A
never
little
heard,
grace.
I've not
A
heard
little
a single
grace.
complaint, but
Mhm,
just that's another big part of it, just to help us train the employees.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is don't be afraid to give anybody up here feedback, because telling them is things are great and everything is wonderful. If something's not, I'm sure they would appreciate the feedback so they can fix it. I mean, at least that's what I think.
Constructive.
Sure.
I could be wrong, but just let them know what you think. I mean, be honest. That's part of helping them make the business
Yeah,
better.
we've already made some adjustments based on people's feedback.
Now, by the way, if anybody in the audience has a question, it doesn't have to be just us. You guys all are here. You can
Step
ask
on up.
questions. Come on up to the microphone, and we'll let you ask the questions and anything for the folks here running the resort, or about the history of the resort and the future of the resort. Now, just so you guys know, the only reason the pool's not open yet has nothing to do with the resort trying to get ahead of itself. It was the plan, and I don't mean to speak for you, Tom, but the plan was
But I'm going to.
for everything to be open at the same time, until there was a snafu with the permitting, and the town switched the permitting requirements on them, and it caused some issues down with the bathrooms, not the pool, with the bathrooms.
So I'd like to tell just a little story. I'm thinking of, we had the ribbon cutting Tuesday, and we were out on we call it the wedding venue, out on the point here, with the backdrop being the Gulf. And when I was up giving my comments, I was talking about, I've over 40 years I've been doing this, not to this scale, but smaller restaurants and hotels. And it seems like you're always, the media, the guests are coming in the front door, and we're always pushing the contractor out of the back door. And this wasn't staged. I was up there and I was telling this part of my story, and behind me was a dozer lifting a palm tree into place right behind me, swinging. And we were certain that was Jimmy Buffett.
If you guys watched the live video of the ribbon cutting, you could see it was almost like it was part of the plan. The guy couldn't find the hole for some reason. This palm tree just kept going back and forth for 15 minutes. Of course, they couldn't see it. They were faced the other way, but it was everybody that was watching on Facebook was cracking up at it because the construction was still going on. And by the way, the landscaping around this building looks unbelievable. I mean, yeah. Bring that back to your committee and tell them to stuff it, by the way, Dave.
Well, it really was because of that little storm called Ian, but
yeah,
that caused the delay in this opening in phases.
So you guys touched on the entertainment a little bit, but where are the entertainers going to be? So, like, I know Stephen Clark's going to be playing somewhere over here tomorrow. His residency is Sunday, and you're doing a lot of that. So where will people see the entertainment in the different spots?
When the resort is fully open, there'll be live entertainment in Fins Up Beach Club in the late afternoon. Then it starts immediately following La Di Da. So there'll be 2 acts down on the beach side. And then in the evening on the Sunset Terrace, we will have entertainment as well. So 3 live entertainment features 7 days a week. Before Fins Up Beach Club opens, we're going to switch that late afternoon. We're going to put 2 live entertainment acts in La Di Da. So one is usually, say, 2 to 5, and the next one would start. We just need enough time for the one entertainer to leave, so we want to, as quickly as possible, follow up with that second act in there.
And I know you guys don't really care about this, but we'll be doing our show every Saturday here at 10 o'clock in the shade, starting next week.
Yeah, there'll be an umbrella on this side for sure.
So we'd like you to come out on Saturday mornings if you can, and watch the show. Yeah, okay. She wants her microphone on for some reason. Go ahead, dear.
You're talking about the entertainers, and I'm just looking around at all the servers and all of the support staff out here. How many jobs has this brought back, and what's the impact to the entertainers that are on the island or off the island? I mean, this is huge.
About 2 days before we opened, we hit the 400 mark.
Wow.
400 full-time employees. So, but we have more coming in. We actually have an orientation on Monday, and we've mainly hired full-time jobs. Now we're going to start to supplement with part-time positions because, you know, we want to have that core group of people. We also want them to have a good balance of life.
Hey,
So
you need a job.
the part-time people that want to
He
pick up
needs a
some
job,
shifts.
so I'm going to put him in the line.
I don't know where to put him. Not reservations. We know that.
Nope.
What do you mean? What happened? I'm good at
Nothing with
dishwashing.
math. Nothing with math. Go ahead.
So no, so we're going to start supplementing with part-time. So there's a lot of people that, you know, may want to do a couple shifts here that are already down on the beach and we, you know, would like to have them join our team.
And folks, if you're wearing any of our gear, please don't leave because this is going to be a massive picture. But right now, get your raffle tickets out because Mary, who's also in the women's club, of course, because she's like, are you on the committee? You're leading the committee for the Christmas Tree Festival, which is today at the library. If you're want to wander on down to the library, it's a short walk down Estero Boulevard, maybe a mile or so, right? 3/4 of a mile or something like that. And the Christmas Tree Festival is from 1 o'clock. It's got a go ahead.
One until 8.
Yeah, what are the details?
So 1 until 8, we have still like 17 Christmas trees to be. Oh, maybe that was his purpose. Christmas Tree Festival, and because I've been pretty absorbed with that this week. Sorry. It's from 1 to 8 at the library because we lost our building in the storm, and there's still live trees. There's a bake sale this morning in case chili isn't your thing. There is cookies and pies. And then there's a Christmas vendors market. So if you have not gotten your Margaritaville presents for Christmas, there's some other options just down the road. It's a mile down the road. And then 13 chilies to taste for $5. And those proceeds go back to the women's club.
You got any chili with hot dogs in it?
No, that guy won't. That guy won't come participate anymore.
No, don't say anything about the chili with the hot dogs. My sister will cry because she thinks that's actually good. We came in last place the first 2 years with our chili. Last place. I mean, it was the worst chili out of anybody's chili. I mean, people were throwing up in the corner. I mean, it was just this. It was terrible. It was terrible. I'm kidding, Sue. They weren't throwing up. My sister is here helping out. So, all right, Mary, let's give away a gift package. We have a Margaritaville cookbook. We have 2 of these tumblers. And we have a beach towel and this nice bag that you can walk along the beach with to pick up your shells or trash, because there's going to be plenty of trash to pick up for the next 5 or 6 years. Every time the high tide comes in, it brings in some more trash. It's got to be somebody with good handwriting, and you have to be present to win. Mary, you can announce it right there.
I'm probably butchering this, but Wally Corden?
Wally, are you here, Wally? Very nice, Wally. Oh, Wally, you have to be wearing a yellow shirt, sir. I'm sorry. Wally's got great handwriting for a dude. All right. Very nice, Wally. Thank you for coming. Where are you from, Wally? Bay Beach Lane. Oh, Wally's from Fort Myers Beach, everybody. Very nice. Bay Beach Lane. Thank you for coming, Wally. Are you staying here? Are you staying here at the resort? Okay. All right, Wally. Thank you so much. Wally, you have to tell me where you got that shirt. Was it from Lululemon's? So I got to tell you a funny story real quick. So Kim's mom thought she was going to get me a present for Christmas from Lululemon's. She went into one of the what? Well, whatever it is, Lululemon, lemons, it's the same thing. And she went in and saw the shirt was $75 and walked right back out. She goes, "I'm not buying anything for him for $75." So, all right. So we have one more prize to give away, and that's a Margaritaville cruise for 2 on the Margaritaville at Sea. If you want to buy a raffle ticket, it's $10. Wally's ticket went back in the pack, so he's still eligible. So if you want a prize earlier, your ticket's still in the pack, and 100% of the money. Can you count up the money and tell us how much we've raised?
How long has the cruise been going on? Do you guys know? I mean, I know you're not,
It started April of 22. So just over a year.
Has anybody in the crowd been on a Margaritaville cruise? No. Well, somebody's okay. We have a couple of people here.
Yeah,
so
if you're going to go on a cruise, that sounds like the brand to go on a cruise.
I was so bummed out, with the COVID and the lawsuits and then the hurricane, and then Jimmy Buffett dies, right? As soon as the place opens, he passes away, which really stunk for many reasons. But I mean, I'm sure that at some point he might have showed up. But I mean, I still can't believe he died. I mean, it's really hard to believe. He wasn't that old. Yeah. So, Tom did. Oh yeah. So Tom, I'm giving you guys skin cancer by putting you out in the sun today. I apologize for that. And
I have
I want to
sunscreen.
make sure that you don't miss anything that you want to share with folks about the resort, because you seem pretty calm and collected for somebody that's just opened a multi-million-dollar 254-room resort with a really nice gym, by the way. Now, this is going to be funny. Raise your hand if you went to the gym this morning in the resort. One lady in the back, two people. All right, you liar. Very nice gym, and I know that you guys put a lot of effort into the equipment there too. But go ahead, Tom.
Well, I think really that you all experienced the resort during this time frame, this soft opening time frame through January, and spread the word, please. We really need, like I said earlier, all of Southwest Florida to support this. We designed it from the beginning to be open to the public. Some people call it a cruise ship on land. Some people call it a aircraft carrier. I like to call it an entertainment complex that so happens to have really nice resort lodging units as well. But the lodging units can't support this facility in and of itself. So that's why we designed so much parking underneath the building. We can park 600 cars under this building. And we also have 75 plus parking stalls just immediately on the other side of the bridge is where our employees park, and then we shuttle them back and forth. So the point I'm trying to make here is that for people all throughout Southwest Florida, whether you're a day visitor or an evening visitor, there's no charge to come here and just walk through the facility, sit out on an Adirondacks chair around a fire pit. Sure, we would love to have you spend some of your money when you do that. But spread the word that it's open to the public. It's a comfortable place to be for everybody. And we just need to energize. We need to energize the resort with day and evening guests just as much as we do with overnight guests.
And so you guys know, you probably do know this already, but there's stairs to come up on one side on Estero, and there's stairs over here on the other side. Is that 3rd Street, or is that what that is? That street over there? You can walk up either side, 5th Street. And then also it's basically a sidewalk that you can get out onto the La-Di-Da bar over on that side, or come up from the beach. So it's total access, and don't be afraid to come up. I know it seems like crazy that you're allowed to go on to a resort, but it is open to the public.
And the Bridge to Paradise, as David named it, that connects both sides. I mean, in addition to staircases, there's public elevators as well. So, I mean, it's very convenient to get up here. And once you're up here, today I welcome you. Just walk across, go over to La-Di-Da. JWB's isn't open till Monday, but at La-Di-Da, you'll see how easy it is. And it's actually much easier than going down and trying to cross traffic. It's much easier to go across the bridge.
We are getting some questions on the Facebook about the day passes. How will people know what the pricing is for the day passes?
It'll be dynamic pricing, just like hotel rooms, but we're going to sell day passes. I'm going to guess probably in the $50 to $60 range. We're going to also sell day passes with parking. As Tom said, we've got, you can pull your car up, go over to Fins Up Beach Club, enjoy the day, and come back and leave at your leisure. I also wanted to add the 5 o'clock somewhere special that we have going on right now. So if you come into the resort anytime after 5 o'clock and you spend $50 or more without a tip and tax and all that stuff, which is easy to do here at Margaritaville because the drinks are great and the food is great. If you bring that receipt down to the valet, you will park for free. So I think that's a really bold.
Feel free to applaud at any time you want.
So
we're okay with that, especially
it's
if
just
it's for
another
me.
way to get people to come that want to drive in, park their car, come up and enjoy and there's no limit. You can stay as late as we are opened and leave whenever you like.
So, folks, it's getting close to 11 o'clock, which means Tom and David want us out of here as quickly as possible and pack up our tent and leave. If you won the prize packages with the overnight stay in it, go see Deanne. She's wearing a lovely green, cool outfit. Deanne, please raise your hand. That's Deanne right there, Wally. She's going to tell you about the overnight stay that you won in the prize pack. There were 2 bags. Deanne's going to tell you the details about that. Right now, we have raised $2,400. No. We're $100 short. So come on up to the table and buy $100 worth more tickets, or I'm taking the cruise and I'm taking my wife on it. I mean, you can't give away $2,400. It's not a round number. And my wife wants to know if she has a choice of who she gets to take.
Yeah. Do I have a choice of who gets to go with me?
Anybody out there want to buy? we can
I don't
raise
want a one-night stand with
we can
him.
raise another $100 easy for the women's club. For crying out loud, people! They lost their damn building. There's nothing over there now. They're housing the Christmas trees in their house. Come on over to the table and buy some more tickets. And then
Sue's gonna walk around.
We got to fill out the tickets, so it's easier to come up to the table so they can fill out the tickets. And then
Thank you so much, everybody who's coming up,
as soon as
and
we
everyone who's already purchased.
As soon as we hit $2,500, Sue, you're making it more complicated for them. Get back to the table. Go over there. Get back to the table. Then we're going to give the what is it? The prize again? Oh, a cruise for 2 to on the Margaritaville at sea. So how are reservations coming along, by the way, Tom, for the weeks? You know what? Why doesn't somebody tell us about New Year's Eve? What's going on New Year's Eve? All right, I'll tell you what's going on New Year's Eve. There's going to be fireworks right by the pier, by the way. So if you didn't know that, the fireworks is back this year, and I think there's a little event going on here that.
And what a great place to sit back and watch.
David.
I mean, relax, be on the out here and watch the fireworks.
Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, we'll have details coming out shortly, but there's going to be a party on the terrace for sure. So all the guests that are staying at the hotel will be able to partake in the entertainment on the Sunset Terrace. We're also going to do private dining in JWBs that'll oversee the fireworks as well. So we have a lot more coming out. You know, really the last 3 days and the next 6 weeks, we're really going to make sure we know what we can execute and execute well. Tom mentioned the restaurants. Every restaurant is very unique in its culinary and the menu, very unique. And Tom talks about this all the time. The License to Chill, has a cheeseburger. The JWB cheeseburger is the most amazing cheeseburger you'll ever have, but very different. All different culinary menus. So very unique. So try them all multiple times. David, anything else on New Year's Eve you wanted to talk about?
Did you talk about, because somebody came up and asked me a question, but we want to have a great crowd up here. We sold out of tickets in a little bit more than 24 hours. And we also have La Di Da that is selling tickets. So La Di Da has a DJ, and tickets are for sale in La Di Da for $15.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
And,
hold on, David. I don't mean to interrupt, but just to let you know, people on Facebook are trying to get the rate that uses Escape, and it's not working.
Uses the what?
Escape. They're saying the escape code for the reservation is not working. So thank you. All right. So they're take care of it.
So I got a thumbs up from Deanne and Paul.
All right. So
they're working on it.
All right.
Sorry about that, folks.
No worries, guys. I appreciate you saying that. So stay tuned for that. They're fixing it.
I think too, you just try it. It's in the promo, right beside promo. There's a little slot that says code. Put escape in there in capital letters, all capital letters.
Tom, how come we didn't get a palm tree behind us moving back and forth? I mean, what kind of operation are you running here? I would like to see a dancing palm tree behind us next week. I mean, come on. So
I think we need to see a parrot on your shoulder.
yeah, what was that all about? I mean, all I thought about, this is how ridiculous I am. All I thought about when I saw those parrots is who's cleaning up that shit after those parrots? I mean, come on.
Robert's pointing at me. So.
Did you have diapers on them, or were they? I mean, I guess you can't do that, right?
I thought we would get through this show, at least the first show, without him just bringing it down to that level.
I feel so liberated. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know.
If I could just say a couple of words, Ed, I just happened to think of not acknowledging some important jurisdictions and people. We, in bringing this resort to fruition, it's been amazing how supportive and helpful the many jurisdictions have been. Town of Fort Myers Beach has been incredible. Frankie and Andy have been nothing short of miraculous to work with. The entire staff has been upbeat and cheery. And it goes on. It's amazing. The fire district, the Lee County admin, you get into Lee County Health, and how often do you hear, from a business owner in the food and beverage industry and lodging industry that the health department is cooperative and educational and positive to work with. They're amazingly positive. It's just it was just a fantastic experience working with all the jurisdictions. LEDOT was fantastic. You see this right-of-way project going on right now. I know it's a bit of an inconvenience, but what they're doing is they're creating a much wider sidewalk than we had before, which is really important in this district. And they are also creating a turn lane that'll start right at the bend in the road here, all the way up to Crescent Beach where you turn. So
Nice.
that right now you're seeing traffic turning left, stopping all the traffic coming on Island. With this additional turn lane, that won't happen. So there's a lot of nice improvements that are going on in that regard. But
Yeah.
just how cooperative everybody has been has been so impressive.
When I was leaving the library last night, coming this way to get off the bridge, one of the things I noticed was that, if you guys walk downstairs, you'll see there's one of those things where you hit the button and it tells you when to walk across the street. Now, actually, the thing yells at you, say, wait. It tells you to wait until it's time to go. Well, the light was green and the people were driving, and then they were stopping at the green light to let the people cross the street. So the thing down there makes no sense to people right now. The traffic should continue when the light is green and should stop when the light is red. It's going to take a little while for... Yeah, right. I mean, don't accidentally hit somebody just to make a point to say, listen, my light was green. But I mean, come on.
People are trying to be polite. They're used to pedestrians have the right of way and stopping and letting them go. But it is going to slow things up until everybody gets.
There needs to be a traffic cop down there until people understand, that the red means stop and green means go.
Tom mentioned just the cooperation. Our final health inspection was Saturday afternoon. Actually, they were here for 6.5 hours. So they came in on Saturday to give us our final, both two inspectors. So, I mean, there's not any municipality that I've ever worked in that comes in on a Saturday to give you your health permit. So a lot of good cooperation. Ed, Deanne did give me an update on the booking, the escape rate. She's only loaded a certain number of rooms every day because your great audience buys them so fast. So it may not be available. We're checking them and we'll reissue.
All right.
We didn't want to have a run on the bank.
Okay, so just keep trying, or we'll keep you posted. Deanne is
days.
very good at telling me when to keep you up to date. So it is a great rate, so I can understand why it's going so quickly. So what's the dollar amount at? Where are we at now? What?
Wow.
Wait, that was fast. That went from 2,400 to 3,000. Wow. Okay, $3,000, everybody. Very nice. We love raising money.
Deanne, we have a guest speaker.
Okay, Deanne, ladies and gentlemen, my best friend at the resort. Deanne, go ahead.
I just checked for every day in January and December, and that promo is still available for every day. And it's probably best if you go to our offers page on the website and click the link on our offers page for the escape package, and it'll take you right there with the rate.
Is it case sensitive?
Case sensitive.
I mean, those are hard questions for this early in the morning.
I'm so sorry. Somebody is asking. Well, try both cases. Try high case and low case, or big case and little case.
Go to the offers page.
All right. Did we miss anything, you guys? I know I'm making you sweat. You're going to have sunburn on your cranium. So anything you want to add before we let you depart for this massive crowd? Nobody better leave before that picture, please. A lot of yellow out there. We're going to take the picture right with that license to chill sign behind you, because that's going to be an awesome picture right there. I know the kids are coming up at 12 o'clock. The beach kids are coming up for an event at 12 o'clock. So the fun just keeps rolling on here at Margaritaville. David, anything you want to add before we roll?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Ed. It's great to have you up here.
Thank you. Robert, anything?
No, thank you for having us.
Mary, any final words about the event tonight?
No other things that I
right.
haven't said last night or today.
Just
thank you.
Come out to it.
We've left them
And bid.
speechless. Tom?
And eat.
Thank you, Ed and Kim, also. really look forward to our long-term relationship of having the show up here. And this turnout today is nothing short of marvelous.
Thank you.
Just wonderful to see.
Thank
And
you all.
I hope you don't regret any long-term relationship.
You never know. I may say something to get me kicked out of this place.
One more thing.
Oh, David's got something. Go ahead.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to the staff
Yeah, they're working hard.
behind the bar here. Hey, bartenders and servers, thank you very much for all your hard work.
We're overwhelming them with business, which is a nice thing. A big hand for the TPI and Margaritaville crew. Thank you guys for coming, and I apologize again for making you sweat. And we appreciate this first day of many days here at, we got to do the winner. Mary, don't go anywhere. Let the guys leave, and we'll let Mary. I almost forgot to give away the cruise. All right. My wife's got to go to the bathroom before I do. You better run, dear. All right, here we go. Pull it out, Mary. Go ahead, or Tom's going to pull it out. Remember, you have to be present to win.
Marcia Rosenberg.
Oh, Marcia. I know Marcia's here. Way to go, Marcia. Marcia. All right. Marcia, we don't have anything to give you, but come on up. Oh, sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcia's been a long-time follower of ours. Thank you so much. Marcia, where are you from?
Fort Myers originally, Whitman, Ohio.
Whitman, Ohio.
I'm a little shocked that you don't know what Buckeyes are, so we're going to buy you some Buckeyes.
I know they were talking about Buckeyes last
They
night.
actually look like Buckeyes and they taste awesome.
Now, they were talking about it last night. Somebody makes these Buckeye balls.
Yeah, they'll be at the bake
women's.
sale today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is Ohio State in the Final Four? Well, what happened? What happened?
Because the cheaters got in.
I see.
Okay?
Michigan is a bunch of cheaters.
That stayed up north.
So congratulations. I think go see Deanne will tell you how to get the cruise. She's
I'm so excited.
Yes, thank you so much. Marcia's been a great follower of ours.
I love you guys. If people are haters, they're going to hate this couple. People don't give out their real phone number and their real address unless they're serious.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great success. We went over 89,000 followers yesterday, so thank you very much. And while we wait for Kim to come back, I do need to tell you about a few of our sponsors that make this show possible, like Sylvester Companies. Sylvester Companies, if you're thinking about building a house, and there might be a few people on this island that are looking at building a house, please give Paul Sylvester a call. He's more than a builder. He's involved in the community. And they have a bunch of houses that they're working on all over Lee County. And they're working with folks on Fort Myers Beach. And Paul Sylvester, he's not here, but he's sitting in his car right now waiting for you to call him on his cell phone at 989-239-5538, 989-239-5538. So thank you to Sylvester's and Companies. Please, if my wife comes out of the bathroom, don't talk to her. Let her come back to the show. Also, Alex King, everybody. Everybody knows Alex King. He's with CCR, their Current Coastal Realty. They're a boutique local firm powered by rock star agent Alex King. And Alex King is sitting in his Croc somewhere, walking around the beach, doing some TV show. And you can call him right now at 239-849-3663. 239-849-3663. Well, how did we do for our first show, everybody? We do all right? We appreciate you guys so much. All this yellow out here is crazy. All the gear that you buy, the teal shirts sold out in 2 hours the other night. So we're going to have more of those next week. We appreciate that. Come and say goodbye to everybody, dear. Please, we're going to get right in front of the License to Chill and take a massive picture.
You're losing people. You gotta wind it up.
Oh yeah, we lost 100 people.
You don't want to lose.
Yeah, we don't want to lose people. We're
gonna
everybody in the yellow shirt. We're gonna accumulate right now.
I really want to thank everybody for coming out.
It doesn't need to be just yellow. It doesn't need to be just yellow. Any kind of gear.
Yeah, if you've got the blue tank, the black
anything,
tank,
a hat,
the white,
anything like
the
that.
green,
the new teal shirts.
I love the new teal, of course. We'll put you right up front.
Please,
new
and if
teal.
anybody took pictures of the show today, please send them to me so that I can post them. Thank you all for coming, and thank you, Margaritaville, for having us. So we'll see you over there shortly for the picture.